Today inside of Roblox Tower Heroes, I'm going to be showing you the most possibly forgotten skins in my personal opinion inside of the game. You might not even know some of these skins exist, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the ones that I think are the most forgotten. We're going to be starting off with Chef today, and in my opinion, one of the most forgotten skins for this tower is the Pirate Chef skin. This skin is actually still obtainable inside the game. I just hardly see anybody ever use it, but look how cool it looks. He literally has a ginormous feather sticking at the top of his hat. That's awesome. Now, as I'm ranking these skins, I want you to let me know down in the comments below which skin you think is the most forgotten for every single tower inside of the game, because this is just my personal preference. For this next tower, we're going to be taking a look at Hot Dog Frank, and the skin that I think is probably one of the most forgotten about is this one. This is the Birthday Frank skin. This skin was obtained by using the code FrankBday inside of the game for, I believe it was 1 day or 1 week only or something like that, but it just simply gives the regular Hot Dog Frank a birthday hat, and I find it kind of cool. Next, we're going to take a look at Vault, and I actually don't have this skin, which I think is the most forgotten, but I do think that it's probably the Seer Vault. You can get this on Bleak Barrens. I believe it's on hard mode that you get this one, so maybe it's just because the map is so hard and I don't see many players use this skin or something like that. And now for the last of the melee towers inside of the game, we're going to be talking about Yasuke, and again, I don't have the skin for this one, which I think is the Mimic skin. Now, Yasuke doesn't have that many skins that are really forgotten. He does have some like Synth, Slasher, and the Chef skin, which are just more rare, but I just really don't feel like they're forgotten that much. But as we move on into the range towers, if you want to talk about a skin which I literally did not even know existed but before I started making this video, we're going to be talking about the Crescent skin for the Wizard. Yes, as I just mentioned, I had no idea this skin existed because it's only a rare that comes from the Metal Crate. It really just looks like a global skin. That's probably why it's forgotten. Moving on with the range towers, we're going to go on to Scientist, and for this one I had to put down the Tired skin. If you've never seen this one, of course, that's the reason why it's on this list. It's literally just Scientist in what I believe is just like PJ clothes, and the only thing that changes is the shirt and her facial expressions. Literally nothing else changes. But then moving on from there, we have Fracture, which in my opinion, the Petrified skin has to be the most forgotten. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anybody use this skin, if I'm being honest with you. And the way you used to be able to obtain this skin was beating the old Volcano Valley on easy mode, so this means that this skin is permanently unobtainable. And it just so happens that if we move right behind the Fractures, we have our next tower right here, which is the Bunny, and for this one, the Painted Egg is the most forgotten skin for this tower. The way you got the Painted Egg was by opening a crate. I think it was any crate during the Easter event of 2023, I believe it was, and you had a chance to be able and get this skin. And now at the front of Facility Frenzy, we're going to be talking about possibly the lamest skin on this list today, which is the Naughty's Resort for Bebo. Literally nothing changes except the shirt. Next up on the list is Voka, and the skin that I think is the most forgotten for her has to be Charming. I know it's shared with Chef and whatnot, but I mean, it's still an exclusive skin for those two. I really don't think people think much about it anyway, so that's why it's on the list here. Now that we've had a bit of a scenery change, let's talk about the next person, or the tower on this list, I should say, which is going to be Branch. And in my opinion, the Fall or Sakura skins, either one of those, they're kind of interchangeable to me. They would be the ones that would be the most forgotten in my opinion. Both of these skins are just a recoloration of Branch. I put Fall here because I actually own the skin. Next up on the list is Lure, and in my opinion, the Family Business is the skin that is probably going to be the one that is most forgotten, quote unquote, for this one. All the skins for Lure are pretty much known in the community of Tower Heroes, but of all of them, I see this one get talked about the least. I think it's because it's the rarest personally. And for my personal favorite tower in the game, Wafer, much like Lure, it doesn't have any skins really that are unknown or unused, especially during the Christmas season. So I'm just gonna put the PB&J skin here, or even the default skin. And honestly, I see people rarely use the default skin, but I wouldn't say it's really forgotten because it's the default Wafer. And if we move a little bit over to the left from Wafer, we're gonna see our next tower that we have on the list today, which is the Keith. And in my opinion, the Keith Pop skin is the most forgotten of all the skins for Keith. And heading up just a little bit, we'll look at the next, which is going to be Soda Pop, and honestly, this skin is super cool, but it's one of the most forgotten for Soda Pop, which is called the Graffiti Rat. I mean, look at those neon colors on it. It's not just blue, it's blue and purple, so that's really cool. And to put a close at things on Toy Takeover, we'll look at the most forgotten skin, in my opinion, for Sparks Kilowatt, and that's going to be the Bunny skin, or the Bunny Sparks skin, I think is what it's called. Alright friends, we've officially moved on to the summoners, but before we show you the first set of the summoners, I wanted to let you know, if nobody's told you yet today, my friend, you are seen, you are known, and you are loved by both Jesus Christ and by me. We also have some merch that's now available both Roblox and real life. You can check the link in the description below, but I won't hold your time anymore. Let's keep looking at the summoners, and let's start off with the Slime King. And in my opinion, the most forgotten skin for the Slime King has to be the King of Slimes. I nicknamed it the Peppermint Slime because it just looks like a candy cane basically, but the slimes it summons do not. Yeah, the slimes just stay regular old slimes. But now if we move backward just a little bit, we're gonna see the next tower that's up today. This is going to be the Streamer for Car Kid. I think this is probably the most forgotten skin out of all of them, even though it's a completely free skin if you just use a code. I'm honestly not really sure why this is really a forgotten skin. I mean, there are some other ones like the Miner Kid and the Fisher Kid, which are kind of rare, but I just see them more often than this skin, and that's why I just feel like it's a little more forgotten. I think the fact that it's free makes it kind of undesirable to use. Now let's talk about the Keeper of Chaos Kingdom himself, probably, I don't know. Let's talk about Jester really quickly. Now, the Jester skin that I had in mind for the most forgotten is not the classic skin or the default skin. It is the Lad. Who has the Lad? Again, it's kind of one of those recoloration towers. To an extent, he gets a new face, which I kind of actually like. I like this skin. If you have the Lad, let me know down in the comments below. Now let's talk about another tower that lacks a lot of skins. This is going to be Haze right here. In my opinion, the most forgotten skin is going to have to be the Purple Hasty skin. I mean, again, none of the skins for Haze are really forgotten. They're just kind of rare. For Buzzer, the Frozen Bee tower is going to have to be the one I had to choose on here. I would have put Booker, but that's actually not available for this tower anymore. It was for Beatrice, and it's currently not for Buzzer for some reason, even though the wiki says it is. So between my two choices of having to choose the Royal Bee or this skin right here, the Frozen Bee, I chose the Frozen Bee. Continuing on with the summoners, we have Oddport right down here on the beach below us. And in my opinion, the casual skin has to be one of the most forgotten and unused skins for Oddport, even though it's a personal favorite of mine besides the Make a Cake. Yeah, I really like this skin, but I mean, I think in the community it's pretty much forgotten because it's pretty much casual. Next up on the list is Stella, and the skin that I think is probably the most forgotten about Stella is probably the Spider Stella skin. This skin was available in 2022 only during the Halloween event for the, I believe it was the Battle Pass when you got to level 20. Now we're going to be talking about Elgablino, and the skin I think that is probably most quote forgotten about his is probably going to have to be the Fire Goblin skin. Now again, this one I hate to be repetitive, but this tower does not have a lot of like skins that are very forgotten either, so this is the best I could do with the options I was given. And next, when we talk about Nuki, I know it's going to seem ridiculous, but this Jolly Nuki skin, which we literally just got this Christmas, is probably the most forgotten right now. And the reason I'm saying that is simply because of the fact that we just had a brand new Nuki skin get added into the 5-year anniversary event, and technically right now, between those two skins, this is the most forgotten one. All right, we have hit the support towers now, and the first one on the list is Bite right over here, and the skin that I have down for this one is the most forgotten has to be the Virtual Pet. Hardly see this skin at all. I've said it a lot in this video, but really it's true. If you have the Virtual Pet, let me know down in the comment below. Now earlier in the video, I said that the Bebo might have the award for the most lame skin in the entire game, or at least on this list, but I think I might have proved myself wrong here today. The Recycle skin for Dumpster Child is the one that I put on the list for probably most lame and most forgotten of all the Dumpster Child skins. Now I just have the basic blue equipped right here because I don't own this skin, but you can get it from the metal crate, and just like the Crescent Wizard we saw earlier in the video, it's also a rare type skin, which is probably why it's not very popular to have. As we enter into the last set of heroes for today, let's start off by talking about the Lemonade Cat. Now the Lemonade Cat skin that I think has to be the most forgotten has to be this one right here, which is the Science Cat skin. I'm honestly not sure why this skin does not get used more often. It's a legendary from a crate great, and it has a very cool design, so kind of shocking. Now let's talk about Maytag or Mataki, whoever or however you'd like to pronounce that one, and I've chosen the Forest Maytag skin as the most forgotten one because it's kind of ugly, if I'm not gonna lie. Now we're gonna take some time to talk about Spectre, and I think the most forgotten skin, and I hope we can all agree on this, is the Hollow skin. And if you just take a look at this skin for 3 whopping seconds, I think we can all tell why it is a very, very forgotten skin. Now, when it comes to the discount dog, this is actually one of my favorite discount dog skins, and it's sad that it is one of the most forgotten, but it is the Egg Hunter. Yeah, I like this skin, but I'm not sure why the rest of the Tower Heroes community apparently doesn't. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. And speaking of towers that have very cool skins, but just seem to be forgotten, the Bandit for the Balloon Palette's also one of those, which you can also get here on Cloudy Catastrophe. I believe it is by beating it on hard mode. I personally don't see many people using this skin, but I still think it's a very cool one. Friend, what do you think that the most skins that are forgotten inside of Tower Heroes are? What did I get right in this video? What do you think could have been changed? I want to hear it all. I'll see you next time in another Tower Heroes video.